stood on Cape Cornwall in the sun's evening glow, on Shoe Hill at Newlyn to watch the fishing fleets go, watch the she wheels at Gifford as they spun around, and heard the men singing as they go underground, and no one will ever move me from this land until the Lord calls me to sit at his hand. For this is my Eon, and I'm not alone, for this is my Cornwall.
Cornish landscape is full of reminders of this region's proud heritage. Copper and tin mining dominated Cornish life until the early 20th century. Working in such perilous conditions, one thing was vital: faith. As Cornish mining expanded in the mid-18th century, a new branch of Christianity was emerging, one that's now part of the fabric of Cornish villages: Methodism. There are over 700 Methodist chapels in Cornwall, but the tiny hamlet of Busville became an unlikely focal point for the growth of Methodism, because it had its own unique congregation. The extensive mining activity underground had made the land sink and formed this hollow.
Heavens! What an extraordinary place.
Gwenap Pit was the perfect arena for the movement's founder and star performer, John Wesley. In his day, miners and their families came from far and wide to hear him preach. 20,000 at a time, packing into Gwenap Pit and the surrounding fields.
These stones were here, and he would probably stand here to preach. The terraces were built after his death, and I'm told that if you walk round each one by turn, you'll have walked a mile. So you can imagine, an awful lot of people were here.
John Wesley was an inspirational evangelist. His fresh, enthusiastic preaching was a revelation to the poorest in Cornish society, to whom he offered hope.
The Church of England at the time seemed very remote and middle class here. So you can understand people who lived these ghastly lives, why Wesley had such an influence on them, and an influence on Christianity in Cornwall.
Wesley preached here on no fewer than 18 occasions, and each time Gwenap Pit was packed.
Isn't it extraordinary? It's a perfect amphitheatre with a superb acoustic, which meant that when Mr. Wesley preached, everyone would be able to hear him.
Wesley helped make Cornwall the cradle of Methodism, and Gwenap Pit remains a monument to a period that did so much to shape Cornwall's villages.
It's still used today. All these rose petals you can see on the ground are in fact confetti. So someone very recently got married here. Lovely.
For this is my Cornwall, and this is my home. For this is my Cornwall.